What could be a better way than kicking off race week than with a $78 parking ticket? That is so expensive. I haven't gotten a parking ticket in Austin in 5 years. I got one like the first week of living here and have not gotten one since. And I don't remember it being that expensive. So that is really annoying. I didn't even see that we had to pay out here. Of course, now I like see the sign clear as day. Annoying. But anyways, happy race week, you guys. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that in just 5 days I will be running the Rocky Raccoon 100. It started out this week going to a new coffee shop with my friends. We've wanted to go here for such a long time, and if you couldn't tell, the pastries were so good. It is very expensive, especially for Austin. Even I just like feel like it's very expensive, but so good. Would definitely go again. And yeah, it's gonna be a pretty normal week, but I thought it'd be fun just to bring y'all along. I still have to like pack everything for the actual race, plan out like my outfit, figure out some more logistics. I have a call tonight with my coach, which I'm really excited about. So it should be a fun week and really fun just to bring y'all along for a few days. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Molly. I am running my first 100-mile race in just 5 days. I'm running the Rocky Raccoon, and yeah, I know I'm gonna say it 1,000 times this week, but like I just can't believe it. I've been working with my coach since July, so this has been a long time coming, and unfortunately I had an injury flare up about 2 weeks ago. I really haven't been running that much, so there actually really won't be that much running in this vlog because I am just cross training leading up to it. But I have had an Achilles flare up and I'm really frustrated. I'm very worried. I'm starting to get a little anxious about how it is going to feel during the actual race. So I'm doing everything that I can to try and get it like healthy and strong again before the race, because I just don't know if I'll be able to do the whole race with my Achilles hurting so badly. It started hurting, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, and I've only run once since then. And when I ran, it was this past weekend and it hurt again. So I'm really worried. I feel like it's been a little hard to be like fully excited about the race. Obviously I am like excited and stoked and can't believe it's here, but there's a lot of me that's like getting nervous even letting myself get excited just because I'm so worried about my Achilles. A lot of people have been like, oh, don't worry, it's just, you know, kind of like the taper like crazies and everything. So I'm like, no, like I think it's an actual injury, which makes me nervous. I know I still have 5 days to try and strengthen it and get it better, but yeah, I'm really worried. I like forgot about that when I started this vlog. That is like the big thing going on. So yeah, there is that. Hopefully by the time I end this vlog, my Achilles will be in tip-top shape, but we'll see. I've been doing exercises in the morning and at night, and like I said, I have a coach with my call. I have a call with my coach tonight, and we can talk a little bit more about like my Achilles and all of that. So yeah, I need to head back and get started on work now, but it was a really fun start to the day and just can't wait to bring you all along for this week. Hi, Lindsay. I'm good. How are you? I know. I was realizing the last time we talked on the phone was right before we started working together. That's so crazy that we've talked like almost every single day for the past 6 months, but not on the phone. The plan is to put the like scratch carb electrolyte mixes in my hydration vest, and then do one, and then be consistently sipping that, and then do one Cliff Bar and one gel every hour. So it's about like 400-ish calories, I think, an hour. I know, no, that's what I thought too. And then yeah, digging around on the feed, I was like, never mind. Apparently there are a lot more than I realized. Yeah, that's great advice. Do you recommend even like trying to do that earlier on just to like try and prevent any stomach issues, or is that more just if any arise, then go ahead and like implement that plan? Happy Tuesday. We are one day closer to the Rocky Raccoon 100, and I am just trying to hunker down and focus on my work. On my call last night with my coach, I was like, it feels like the hardest task to have this huge thing, this race, this huge goal on Saturday and still have to like function and do all my normal things this week. Like, it is so hard to concentrate. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but like I am trying to get a little bit ahead with my work, since I'll obviously be out on Friday because that's when we're driving over to the Houston area for the race, and then Monday I really don't want to have to work. So I am trying to get ahead, and I did onboard a new client last week, so I'm like kicking off a lot of things with them this week. So I definitely have a pretty packed schedule, but I feel like it is very hard to stay focused. So I was like working in that other room where I am usually like working. You see in my shots, I think I had some shots yesterday, but moved back to our room, and I just like needed a change of scenery. So back in our apartment, and I wanted to quickly chat about the call last night because I realized I didn't talk about it with y'all after, but it was so good. I love my coach so much. I know I have shared her name and like handle on Instagram, but I will drop it below in case you're interested in working with a coach. She truly has been phenomenal, and obviously like the actual coaching, like the physical part of the training plan, has been wildly helpful for me, just doing, you know, a 100-mile race for the first time and like not knowing that much about the distance. But I think another thing that's been so helpful is just to have someone who like knows the sport so well and build me up and really help me with my like mentality and the narrative that I tell myself about like the training and these distances. And overall, I just feel like I've grown so much as a runner working with her, really, especially in like the mental space. Like, I feel like I've just gotten so mentally strong this training cycle, which we're gonna be putting that to the test on Saturday. We'll see how strong I really am. But overall, I'm just so thankful that I have been able to work with her. And the call itself was so great too. I was like, I feel like this will maybe take like 10 minutes because I didn't have any questions. I don't know, you don't know what you don't know. So I like didn't even know what questions to ask, but she gave me so many helpful tips. We kind of tweaked a little bit of my fuel plan because I was telling her like my stomach did hurt a little bit on the 50K, and that is like one of my biggest concerns, is that my stomach is really gonna hurt me out there. So she gave advice for like what to do if my stomach is really killing me, but also I was telling her my fuel plan and just tweaked like a few things and how often I'll be eating some of the specific fuel. I honestly wasn't paying attention to fiber when I was like planning it out. I was looking at like sodium, carbs, calories, all of that, and didn't even think to look at the fiber. And so she kind of had to call out with one of the things I'd been feeling with and was like, hey, this might be a reason your stomach has been hurting. Like, it's got a lot of fiber. So not going to be doing anything new that I haven't tried before, but I did fuel with some other bars that now I'm just going to supplement more of those instead of the other bars that I'd planned on like eating more of. I know this is very nitty gritty, but yeah, just talked a lot about the fuel, kind of talked about obviously my Achilles and the issues I've been having with that as well. So she gave some tips for that, and kind of talking about like temperature control and just how to make sure I'm not spending too much energy, or my body's not spending too much energy trying to like regulate to the right temperature. So just making sure I'm staying cool during the like day part when the sun is actually out, because it's supposed to be in the 60s, which, I mean, to be running out there for hours with the sun fully up in the 60s, like it is going to get hot. That is pretty hot. So I'll have a change of clothes for during the day, or at least a different top. And then at night, she was just mentioning how it like, well, we don't want our bodies to be wasting any energy trying to keep itself warm. And especially if we've been like sweaty, it's really helpful to have a dry change of clothes. So I'll bring clothes, and I just bring like extra layers so that my body isn't working overtime trying to keep myself warm, just because it'll be a lot harder for my body to regulate my temperature at like mile 60, you know? So she gave really helpful tips. I'm really excited. I am still nervous about my Achilles. I mean, I feel like it's getting stronger. I'm being really diligent. Y'all saw this morning about like the exercises that I'm doing and making sure I'm strengthening it. I feel like I'm seeing like different opinions on whether or not you should also stretch it or if it's just strengthening it. So I'm kind of trying to do a combo. If you see this and you're like, you should have done something different, just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself, because it'll be too late at that point. So I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing everything that I know to do and everything that I've researched to do. And really, it's kind of like out of my control at this point. Like, I can do these exercises as much as I can this week and like stay diligent with that, and obviously make sure I'm sleeping and feeling well, because it all plays a part in recovering and like healing your muscles. But yeah, so I'm nervous about that, but otherwise I feel like really good. I'm feeling very hungry. I've been eating quite a lot, which I know I know that's great, and I know I need to keep like fueling, but I'm like, man, my appetite is like ravenous. I have also really enjoyed doing the Peloton too. I'm just gonna be doing that every single day leading into the race, and I love the Peloton, and I didn't have like any opportunities to do it during training, and so it's been really fun to do that as well. So I'm actually pretty happy about that, and then that'll just make like listening to my playlist, I can't talk, my playlist and everything during the actual race like that much more fun too, because it's been a minute since I've listened to all my favorite songs and whatnot for running. So I'm just chipping away at my work trying to get things done, but I think tonight I'm probably gonna start packing and like labeling my different outfits. I need to nail down like my race day outfit. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna wear, but I'm not actually 100% sure yet, so I'll probably start to plan all of that. And last night Dom was like, I'm a little bit nervous about like making sure that I'll have all the right stuff organized and ready for you like at all of the aid stations, and so I just want to make sure like that isn't something he should. I get feeling nervous about it. I'm not like negating that he feels nervous, but like I don't want that to be something that he's nervous about, because it's really in my control whether or not he feels prepared with what I need. So I just want to make sure I'm like labeling everything and it's like super easy for him to kind of set that up for me, just because I want to like alleviate any stress on his end so he can just be like fully present and helping with all the other things that are his task and role on race day as the crew captain. So yeah, I've definitely got some more kind of race related things that I need to do tonight, so I'll probably check in with y'all then. So nervous, you guys. In less than 48 hours we'll be driving to Houston. It'll be the day before the race, and I am just feeling all the things. It has gotten so hard to like concentrate on work. I just had a meeting for today. Luckily it's like my only meeting, and I'm heating up leftovers right now. Let me grab them. I feel just like so scatterbrained. I think packing everything and getting it all in the correct like spots and just organizing all is really going to help me, because I feel like that is what is like not weighing me down. That's very dramatic, but that's just where my brain like keeps going. And we also got a really big email from Tejas Trails, who puts on the race, with like all the information needed for this weekend, and it was a lot. I'm a little bit nervous about the logistics of it all. I think I've mentioned that, and just like my family getting to the aid stations. Now I'm a little bit nervous about like getting lost on the course, because there's one part where the aid stations are like basically right next to each other, but you have to like turn around to hit another portion of the race. I don't know. Basically I'm just like nervous, and I know I'm like psyching myself out, but I am just like nervous about all of those little things, like the logistics. I'm not nervous about the race like being hard. I know it's going to be hard. I signed up for it knowing it's going to be hard, expecting it to be hard, and welcoming how hard it's going to get. So that's not what makes me nervous. I think it's just like the what could go wrong, and not in terms of like it being like physically exhausting and hard. It's just like the logistics for some reason are really stressing me out. So hopefully today later I will run out and grab like the right size Ziploc baggies, and then I will do all that tonight and just like start packing away my race day outfit. But yeah, I feel like my mind is running everywhere right now, but had a really fun start to the day. Grabbed coffee with some of my closest friends. I feel like I've seen all like my best friends this week, and have kind of had like a final like send-off hangout before I have the race this weekend. So that's been really fun, and I always just feel so loved whenever my friends who aren't runners ask me about the race, because I know it's just something that they, one, aren't really that interested in because they're not runners, and two, don't know that much about. And so when they ask like really intentional questions, it just means a lot to me. So feeling very loved, very thankful for all my friends, and feeling very anxious too. So probably as to be expected with, oh my gosh, is it 72 hours until the race? Yeah, probably expected with 72 hours until the race. That's so wild. But like I said, I just heated up my leftovers. I'm gonna eat my leftovers and get back to work. I got all my fuel packed up, as y'all just saw. Ended up getting the right Ziploc size baggies and just put it all in the clear bag so it's really easy every time I kind of come around and need to fill up my pack. Just super easy to like clearly see everything. Every time I go back around to the home base, I'll be grabbing like 5 of the main fuel sources. So like 5 bars, 5 gels, and 5 of the mixes back in my hydration vest, which I'll need to fill up. And I think we're just going to pick up some jugs of water on the way out of here on Friday. But I'm so glad I have all that done. For some reason, that was really stressing me out. And then I think I'm going to save all of my packing for tomorrow. But we're charging a few things now, like charging my extra shocks. We've charged like our bigger like charging external charger. Is that what it's called? External charger? Okay, yeah. Charging our external charger. And we just finished eating dinner, and now Dom is so cute. He's so sweet. He got this bracelet kit. What? Oh. He got this bracelet kit, which is so sweet and so thoughtful. And we're going to make some bracelets for myself to wear, and then also for my family to wear too. So it was the sweetest thing for him to surprise me with this kit. I had actually watched a video like a couple days ago where the girl was making bracelets before her marathon, and I never showed you that. So it was really sweet, and I'm so excited. I think I'm going to do like a couple mantras. I have these from Little Words Project with mantras, but I'm thinking I'll do like a specific Rocky Raccoon 101, little LFG energy in a bracelet too. So I think it's gonna be really fun. We're just gonna spend the rest of the night making the bracelets and just watching like YouTube and stuff like that. Good morning, less than 24 hours and we'll be on the road headed to the race. I cannot believe it. Today is a rest day, so I'm just going on a short little walk. I got my matcha right here. The weather has been pretty weird this week. It's pretty like wet and rainy, so I've been paying attention to what it's like over where the race is too, and just really hoping that the trail isn't like super muddy, just because that's what it was like for the 50 miler, and it's pretty tough to run a really long time just in like complete mud, so really praying that it is not too wet. I saw yesterday that I packed up all my fuel. I got it in all of the Ziploc bags. I'm like, that is a hefty amount of fuel. And then today I just needed to pack all my clothes, pack like electronics, all the cords, just to charge everything and make sure I've kind of thought through everything that I'll need and like when I'm gonna need to charge everything. Overall, I'm gonna be honest, I'm very nervous. Mostly about my Achilles, not really so much the race itself. Like, I think I've said this, but it's like, obviously when I signed up for it, like I signed up with the expectation that it's gonna be hard, it's gonna push me to my limits, so that's not what scares me. But I just know I'm gonna be really frustrated if out there my Achilles starts hurting really early on. I'm definitely expecting it to hurt at some point. Ideally it would be at like, you know, mile 90, not at mile like 20, or sooner than that. So yeah, I'm just getting a little worried about it. I've been doing my exercises every day. I've been doing the Peloton every day. I don't think I've even showed that, but yeah, I've been doing stuff every single day. But it's just like one of those things, especially because now I'm not even running. Like, I'm not gonna know how it feels until I'm out there in 48 hours. So I'm definitely very nervous about that, but I think that's really the main thing I'm nervous about. I'm a little nervous about like logistics and stuff too, just because I feel like there's like so much. And I was talking to my friends yesterday, I was like, it's just like a lot to plan out, because my family, they're just doing kind of like 5-mile pacing with me, which I think usually people would probably do at least like 10, which is fine. I'm like so happy they're doing 5. I feel like that's gonna really like keep things interesting and fun. But it's just a lot of planning, like who's dropping them off, when are you getting dropped off, how are you getting back to the spot, like all of that. So yeah, there's just been like a lot of planning on that side of things. But yeah, overall, I definitely still think I'm ready. I definitely still believe that I can do it, and I will do it, and I will cross the finish line. But yeah, if you are watching this, I would definitely appreciate any prayers just that my Achilles holds up and doesn't start hurting really early out there. I really just know I'm going to be really frustrated and disappointed if that ends up being the reason why I can't finish the thing. But we're not going to spend too much time on that. But I did just want to give y'all an honest update on how I'm feeling 48 hours away from the race. Hi! And thank you for being willing to give up your weekend, whether you really wanted to or not. It means a lot to me that you want to come and be out there and help me. So thank y'all. Well, I just wanted to quickly go over stuff with the aid stations because I don't want anyone to be confused when the time comes to like get to your spot and figure out how everyone's going to get there. So I can answer any questions that anyone has after that. But really the main thing is I just want everyone to be kind of clear on how like the course is and where the aid stations are and everything. We just got off the call with my family and I am like 1,000 times more excited than I was before. I'm just so excited and they were all so excited, which just made me more excited. How many times can I say excited? But it was just really good to get to have everyone together, talk through any questions that they have, make sure they have a very clear understanding of all of the aid stations and everything. And I think I've said this before, I'm not sure, but our family now is 9 people. And so I feel like it's very rare and far and few between throughout the year that all 9 of us get to actually be together. And so it's just really fun and really special when everyone gets to be together. And so I know everyone's just excited to hang out and like be around each other all day too. So I think it's gonna be so much fun. And with that being said, I am gonna go ahead and close out this vlog. Thank you so much for spending my race week with me. I cannot believe when this goes up, it'll be 24 hours until the Rocky Raccoon 100 is unbelievable. And I was thinking about it earlier today. I started doing these vlogs and like really being consistent on YouTube right kind of when my training was picking up. And so it's just really crazy that y'all have been with me since the beginning of training for this thing. And every single comment, every single like, everyone who subscribes, like all of your messages just mean so, so much to me. I feel like y'all have like carried me through this training and I'm just so grateful for you for being here and for watching this far, and truly just can't express how grateful I am. I feel like I am able to like go after these big goals and dreams just because I have so many people who believe in me and encourage me. So I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and soon enough we are gonna have a race day vlog here on this channel and I can't wait to share my experience with you guys. So yeah, thank you so, so much for watching and I'll see you next time.